In a lone Chicago apartment on the rough South Side resides a family of people just trying to survive. Born poor but containing bright pride, they fight to shine. In a world that deems both blacks and women only as useful as swine, Benita, strong and bold, slightly naive, unable to perceive the ideals of the world around her, limiting her wishes and drowning her dreams. George is a rich colored kid that has had the world at his fingertips. We see Benita and George sitting. George's hand is a resemblance of a spider crawling where it's not wanted. Benita speaks, but all she sees is a face closely shaped and shut, and a desire that her mouth would do the same. More words are of exchanged, and a kiss that doesn't land. Benita comes to a realization that helps structure her.
Okay, whatever you say. Look, we've had a nice evening. Let's not spoil it, huh?
Benita wishes to speak and carry conversation on equality for all rather than have kindling relationship focused around being a toy to a pervert. George, looking at Benita with an annoyed face, craves her body, not her mouth to move. You can clearly see that the evening was spoiled when George decided to act the way he did. His money and dominance as a man concealed what gender roles are supposed to be. A woman is not for your entertainment, to flick channels like it's her emotion. And if I were Benita, I would have done a lot more than rebuff his kiss. If only there was something in arm's reach, something hard enough to wake up George up out from his own lies. We shall see what Benita does next.
I'm trying to talk to you.
We always talk.
Yes, and I love to talk.
I know it, and I don't mind it sometimes. I want you to cut it out, see? The moody stuff, I don't like it. You're a nice looking girl, overall. That's all you need, honey. Forget the atmosphere. Guys aren't going to go for the atmosphere. They're going to go for what they see. Be glad for that. Drop the garbo routine. It doesn't go with you. As for myself, I want a nice, sophisticated girl, not a poet, okay?
It looks like how George really feels finally comes out. It seems that growing up as a child for George, he's never taught to respect a lady and commend her intelligence. Smart beyond her own people, her own family, on the issues that truly suffocate her people, their dreams and their chance of hope. George playing with Benita and believing that he can silence her thoughts. He's merely a boy, used to getting all that he wishes, believing that his happiness comes before others. Oh, that boy is fresh, just fresh as salt. We're utterly dumbfounded. Let's watch what George's actions bring in, that son of a gun.
Why are you angry, George?
Because this is stupid. I don't go out with you to discuss the nature of quiet desperation or to hear all about your thoughts, because the world will go on thinking what it thinks regardless.
Then why read books? Why go to school?
It's simple. You read books to learn facts, to get grade, to pass the course, to get a degree. That's all. Has nothing to do with thoughts.
I see. Good night, George.
Oh, hello, Miss Younger.
Hello, George. How are you feeling?
Fine. How are you?
Oh, a little tired. You know, those steps can get you after a day's work. You all have a nice time tonight?
Yes, a fine time.
Well, good night.
Good night.
Hello, honey. What you sitting like that for?
I'm just sitting.
Did you have a nice time?
No.
No, what's the matter?
Mama, George is a fool, honest.
Is he, baby?
Mom stops finally to question whether George is a good man as she once believed. She finally sees the unhappiness he unfortunately brings her daughter. She once believed he could change all their lives and make Benita happy. But now she sees that George does and probably will never ever bring Benita the happiness that Mama's husband brought her. So, let's hope she can see this nicely disguised rat as he truly is.
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Well, I guess you better not waste your time with no fools.
Mama?
Yes, baby?
Thank you.
For what?
For understanding me this time.
Remember how he tried to make everything revolve around him? In his pride, didn't he believe he deserved everything he wanted without the idea of letting others choose? Don't be like George. Don't forget that women have needs and dreams. Don't expect things to be handed to you because you're wealthy and a man. Instead, be like Benitha. Fight to protect and pursue what you believe, even if the rest of the world believes you can't make it because of your sex or race. If it makes you happy, then conceive your dream. Benitha, empowered by her mother's words, allows her to change the view of what a woman just has to offer and show inside of her home and overall her world.